What's up, YouTube? We back with another video, man. We back with another episode on the channel. If you new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, man. Well, I had a subscriber ask me, what's the best company to go to with no experience straight out of CDL school? And I feel like we done answered this question in about 100 different ways, but probably never directly. So I'll answer it. So if you're somebody who just got their Class A CDL, with or without restriction, no experience, at the house, green, don't know nothing about trucking, you just got your CDL. If I had to pick one company that I would say go to that's not too tough on you, but not too soft, and you can make a decent money and it's not like Swift, it would have to be Melton Truck Lines. So if you all know, dry van and reefer, there's a few jobs that pay decent, but for the most part, dry van and reefer does not pay as much as flatbed across the board. Typically food service pays the most fast in trucking, but that's not over the road, that's kind of local. And a lot of times you gotta have some experience. You can't just go to food service straight out of CDL school. So we're not gonna talk about that. We talking about this, the average trucking. It would most definitely have to be Melton Truck Lines. And I say Melton Truck Lines because I went there, I can speak on it, and from my experience, they was good to me. I made money real fast. Granted, if you have no experience, you gotta go to training for 3 weeks. That's not nobody's fault. It's just the insurance. That's how you gotta do it. If you have no experience, you really ain't got no say so. So minus you going with your training for 3 weeks, they gave me $1,000 bonus, and they had some of the highest training pay that I could find. They paid you $720 a week. I think TMC paid you like $600 a week. Furthermore, Prime or TMC, they're gonna make you stay with a trainer for 5 or 6 weeks. So if that's something you don't want to do, don't go to TMC or don't go to Prime. Sometimes it's longer than that, but Melton was good to me. I had a good experience, and I was on pace to make $70,000 my first year. I probably could have made more, but that's all I could, project based off of what I was making. And they had the freight, they had the lanes, they had the infrastructure. And by that I mean, if you was in Texas or Oklahoma, you was able to have, regional, home weekly, or if you wanted to stay out, you was able to have 7 to 8 week runs. And they had all 50 states, even Alaska. A dude I was in school with, he took a load up from California to Alaska. Then he had to get on a barge, I think in Seattle, or in Alaska. He had to take it to the job site that was on like a remote island. And he got paid for all that. Melton even gave him a hotel to rest and recover after the long trek that he did through Alaska. So they do have Canadian runs, they have Alaska runs, and they got all 48 states. So I know for a fact that you go to Canada in Melton. I know for a fact that you can go to Alaska in Melton. They got a lot of special jobs. They do a lot of military contracts in North Carolina and Oklahoma. I did a lot of those in my first 2-3 months, my only 2-3 months there. But for somebody like me that was coming straight off the bench, straight from the house, never been over the road, Melton really showed me how to work flatbed. I learned how to tarp down loads. I learned how to do lumber, steel coils, flat steel, you name it. Melton really took their time with us, and they wasn't assholes. TMC, from what everybody says, is the Marine Corps trucking. And based off of that and all the research I've done, I'm not going to TMC straight from the house. I would look somewhere else before I just said I'm gonna go to TMC. So, I'm not saying that's a bad starter company, but this coming out of CDL school, I ain't trying to bump no docks and sit in the truck and get fat. I ain't trying to do no reefer, worry about my shrimp or steak going bad. I'm going straight flatbed. Melton is probably the best option for somebody straight out of CDL school that's ready to get their experience under their belt and make some money fast. Melton, hands down. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you guys in the comments or say anything. It's got to be Melton. Melton is that perfect in-between happy medium company that you could do. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people go bumping docks and reefer because they don't want to work. Flatbed is a lot more work. It's a lot more stuff you have to learn. And it's a lot more that can go wrong in flatbed. If you don't strap something down right and that shit shifts, that's your ass. So if you scared of that, go bump some docks, go slide some tandems. Go do that if you scared to get a challenge in, do some actual work. Like the fold some tarps. I don't care what type of shape you in. Folding tarps is folding tarps. So if you understand, you cool with working hard and dying and have your arms hurting, hey, Melton got them heavy lumber tarps for you. But nah, man, this honestly, bro, they taught me a lot in a short period of time, and they took their time with new drivers. Their facilities was top notch. I loved my time in Tulsa. I used to love going to the casino. I loved my time in Birmingham. I loved that terminal there. It was quiet, laid back. You didn't run into a bunch of people. And also, I was there during COVID. So, but it was good, man. Their terminal in El Paso was pretty cool, man. They had they had a loaner vehicle down there too. Same thing in Birmingham. They had a vehicle that you could use. Tulsa had a loaner vehicle that you could use and run to the store. It was pretty dope, man. And like I say, that facility in Tulsa, top notch, man. You got free laundry. They had showers. They had a state-of-the-art gym. I mean, man, it was pretty cool, man. But they also gave you new equipment. After like your first month there, they let you go in a raggedy truck to make sure you didn't break nothing. Then they call you back in and get you a new truck. That was pretty dope. But yeah, man, to anybody out there, I hope that answered that question. To the person that asked me, what's the company to go to out of the CDL school with a restriction, with no experience whatsoever, man? It's got to be Melton Truck Lines. But I'm finna finish this workout, man, and I'll see y'all on the next one.